already. Attack! Bravo! Nice try. Get him! Now, Torgo! Torgo, kill!
Out of our way.
us or them. Attack! All yours, Torgal. Over here!
No more vengeance. No more war.
Over here! All yours, Torgal! Now, Torgal!
Company.
Muhammad! Ah! To me, Flame! Die!
This beast isn't to be trifled with. This one. Nice try. Forgive me. Let's go. Straight home now. This one. Get him. Sick him. Too slow. That's better.
All yours, Torgal. To me, boy. There's no turning back. Sick 'em.
slow. Let's try.
Muhammad!
Better already. Enough! Definitely not to be trifled with.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
What can I interest you in today? Keep fighting the good fight.
First we find Isabel.
Do you see anything you like? And a fine, fine day to you.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme.
I can't do it. I can't.
My lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many. Akashic.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave. But where would... The two soldiers were carrying enough.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the... We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no... What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me, and protect them I shall. Because they are mine. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charge. But more than that, they are your sisters, your brothers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or...
She speaks the truth, you know. This here is all we have.
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about... I'll have a word with him.
didn't expect help to arrive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider... The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did.
You're a pikeman, yes? What?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so... And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to us.
It's all right. Give me your arm. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me! It's over!
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be...
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts, for now.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the top. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit, but whatever it takes. Now me, I never needed convincing. And the people I love include... Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. All done?
What do I owe the honor?
So, will it be? And? The Akashic attacked us out of the blue. And there's no telling when they might be back.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never off now. Where I need you is the Fallen Gate. Let the men know you've come to help.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wound...
We deal with the Akashic first.
Good work. These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this...
You are mistaken. We're here by Madame Martha.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introduction.
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the... Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward.
When did Wade and his...
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned. And we agreed it was...
Martha! Trop, the scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them.
You look after everyone here.
I will. You two...
Mad dogs. The lot.
Squire, I need you to get those who can... But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar.
Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the...
Do you think we can hold them up?
We can certainly... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without...
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs.
My brothers.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
This one. Go for it. Over here! Now, Torgal!
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our...
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear it's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men.
Well, when you put it like that...
My lord, there's someone I... Oscar? It is an honor to meet... I am Oscar. Oscar...
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not... Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting...
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by... You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... It's all right. We know. There is only so much the boy can learn from me.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm set...
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed.
I would not have it any other...
Cid. Should I be worried?
Jill. Clive has told...
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place, but the fact is...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. It's the... We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like... We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is... And you cannot fill empty bellies.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be...
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like that.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. And the markets of all but the Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And these accursed skies, or an entire city.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder, that anger...
My thoughts exact. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods.
And if there's one thing bandits...
What would Sid the Outlaw...
Well, if it were my he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance, it may still be possible to make them doubt that before presenting them with a third.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city.
When all that fear and anger can be directed to the...
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll...
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. Don't worry. Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say is yeah.
Picture it, Conrad. Here she is, Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane?
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all...
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra.
Victor says you told him no, that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Redwing. You know of the 7 high houses? There must be 2 score swords. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it...
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gap that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of you?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they...
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest, and there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how...
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the...
Indeed, certainly. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is... And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what... If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are...
All right. If it will help to... But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted. With time, they may even learn.
Time no longer appears to be the...
I take it your scouts found the bandit.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole deck.
I have a favor to... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. In a move, doubtless, intended...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hand.
Then it will be for us to see that they're...
I thought you might.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held...
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put on.
me you saw that.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. All done?
It seems the hideaway has lost its...
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
storm coming, Sid? Will there...
Sid, perhaps you can...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with it, which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, they were in the atrium when I left.
Seems the hideaway's lost its
blasted. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of...
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your... You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same...
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you let...
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And so...
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Ah, that's a question for a kindly old fella who...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredient.
You do that. Lest we...
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the...
Valicia, a culinary. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we should...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find...
So the fabled Saint-Briquois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Saint-Briquois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea beside which it...
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake?
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is...
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other.
Best of luck, Clive. And do...
Is a storm coming, Sid?
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
What am I gonna...
Is everything all right? You seem more... discomposed.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be in trouble and...
It's all right.
There was a trader came by. One of our youth folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. But she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who... I wanted to ask her about it myself, but... she'd never give...
Don't worry.
Oh, thank... You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me? What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We just...
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she...
Because that's the only way to become a ninja...
Miss Mididol said. The best way, I see...
Well then, your work is already half done.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh... All right. Everything here was once part of Miss... Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is... This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel.
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full...
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move.
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's... So, let's put the pieces together first, see what...
Not a bad idea. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that...
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you...
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things...
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means... So, now that we've taken stock of the parts...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Oh, and then the arms hold the pans by the chain.
Very good. Let's see if that works.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be...
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul.
You're doing good trade, then?
Can't complain. What exact... Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs, huh?
Just... ask... All right.
Oh. Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell...
I didn't exactly hear. All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading...
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be the Wirrata, but that woman is no more. And you...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than point...
Of course.
It seems the hideaway is lost.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be fun?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or they dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will...
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the 3 of them under her. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, to anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she would... But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And...
Oh, you've given them far more than that.
Good morrow to you, my friend. One can perhaps a sprig, regardless. I have a few new notes that might interest you. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
I spoke with Lady...
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for... along with some other things. That... And while it sounds like she may have done things she regret...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in it. But why would people say she was?
No. But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking, so that's where I'm going. I'll find...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these...
Oh, but that's why you...
I suppose... Rutherford. Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
It's like a dream.
bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a
Fuck! How the hell did... The finest cell swords in...
Could be I know something more.
Clive! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for... And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, you'll find her right here plying her trade.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the... But it'd be a bolder man than me that... Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of...
All right, but be careful.
You too, Goots.
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapped.
Mummy.
What a mess. You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So...
That's up to you. Die a slow death, boys. He's all your...
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
You've done it now.
Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging. You weren't even.
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right. But then you turned up. Well, go.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone. Before... I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you...
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them...
Well, that will be, for they are not lies. Every last word...
Look!
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shitter ran afoul of in me face, though it was just... Bo, I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing... What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You... Everything that happened. It was all... And now you'll finally pay for what you...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this, miss... So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep...
Is he...
Dad? It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same... Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking it, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots. It didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? But... What if
he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the Wet Legs... Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way...
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of
Alas.
I have lost They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know whether...
One I sent to investigate the Republic.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
What a mess. Where do we even start trying to clean all this up?
Mummy, are the bad men going to come?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the copper.
I already told you.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty out.
Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coinios.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than what. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Over here!
Stay down!
expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent...
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself again. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a...
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be...
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital, and those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering...
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow...
Not at all. Now, to find this, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach. Lots of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belonging.
I'm not. I'm looking for...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the...
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being...
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victim.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I...
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the...
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a... When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investment, you first need to seek the attention.
I shall return to Northreach right, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already to... I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
You heard the herald. The Emperor's dead, and the Emperor...
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back. I see you're still here.
The rest's location affords a Speaking of which, I received word from both.
I only happen to be in the right place. They both seem to think the realm's prospect.
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis, and if we are to and we must work
as it is mine.
Nothing like a dish.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye, well, someone had to. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not. You've always been me right eye, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go look.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. He'll need to start looking out for him. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back. Just like...
Of course.
Stop it. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours.
Seems the hideaway's lost its...
So?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever.
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver. And,
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay. Let's hope these grand old chefs have... And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher on...
So, not.
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is a tour de force. A force of nature, even.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be...
Decent. It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women?
I'll give it some thought.